Hello, friend, and welcome back. I have an interesting topic for you today, and it is one that comes up pretty frequently in our group conversations. And so I wanted to share that with you here today. And it's this question of what do I do if I'm not desiring my husband even after an affair? Because if you have ever thought, I want to desire him again, but my body just isn't there yet, this episode's for you. If you've ever felt confused or ashamed or even scared because your head knows what you want, but your heart and body haven't followed yet, then I want you to hear this. Nothing is wrong with you. Today, we're going to talk about desire and safety and healing and why forcing yourself forward emotionally or sexually actually delays the healing that you want so badly. Friend, hear me. This is not about willpower or obligation or about failing God or your marriage or yourself. So let's jump in, talk about what's really happening and how to move forward with compassion and wisdom and truth. Hey mama, welcome to Intimacy After Infidelity. Do you find yourself Googling, can a marriage survive infidelity? Or what's the first step to divorce? Do you wake up full of hope, only to end the day with more shame when there's another stupid argument again? Hey, I'm Christina Joy, forgiven daughter of Jesus. I too felt the shame of infidelity and wished someone had a roadmap for how to get out of the mess so I could experience freedom. I kept telling myself I just needed to try harder to end the affair and fix my marriage, until I found I needed Jesus to heal some deep wounds in my heart. Through prayer, lots of research, and developing new healthy habits, I was able to find healing to shed my shame once and for all. Now I'm excited to share everything I've learned with you. So find your safe space and pop in that earbud. Let's rebuild your life and marriage better than it's ever been. Hey friend, before I jump in today, are you exhausted by this process of healing and navigating this season of life? I know you're tired, and I know you're tired of trying to force yourself to feel desire again. You're tired of telling yourself, I should want my husband by now, and then you're feeling confused or broken when your body doesn't cooperate. I know you're tired of wondering if something's wrong with you because you feel numb or repelled or like you're avoiding something. I know you're tired of overanalyzing every reaction, every thought, every feeling, like you're turning inward on yourself and you're trying to figure out if you're healing the right way. I know that you're so tired of carrying this quietly, not knowing who it's safe to talk to. You're tired of feeling like everyone expects you to just move on and try harder and be grateful he stayed, or flip a switch that just hasn't flipped yet. If part of you is thinking, I want support, but I don't want to be pushed or fixed or judged in another way, sister, I want you to know that is exactly why I created our group community, Rooted in Joy. This is a space where we slow way down, where we listen to your body instead of overriding it, where we work through questions about desire and intimacy and healing without pressure or shame or comparison. Doesn't that sound like a sigh of relief? Friend, you don't have to figure this out alone. And you don't have to force what's not ready yet. So let me explain a little bit further. Send me a DM. Send me the word joy in Instagram or send me an email, Christina@ChristinaJoyCoaching.com. Let me explain that to you and how this could be the laziest, nicest healing journey that you've ever been on. We'll talk about whether this community is the right next step for you, or I'll give you a recommendation of what I think is best. Okay, so let's dive into this topic today. First of all, let me paint a picture because I want you to see yourself here. not to judge yourself, but to understand. Okay, you're doing everything right. You've cut contact. You're trying to heal. You're choosing your marriage. You're praying. You're showing up. And yet, when your husband reaches for you, your body pulls back. When he initiates affection, something inside of you tightens instead of softening. You want to want him, but you just don't feel it yet. And quietly, the question stays on your mind, what's wrong with me? Friend, I know that place intimately. Looking back, my body was speaking to me long before I knew that I was supposed to listen. When I resisted my husband's touch, when I felt agitated or numb, or I cringed at the idea of sex, I assumed something was broken inside of me. I wish someone had said to me back then, hey, your body's trying to speak to you. What's it saying? And I also wish someone had told me, don't just assume that your body's wrong. These reactions are not moral failures, and they weren't spiritual immaturity. They weren't proof that I didn't care. All these reactions were information that I should be listening to. For so long, I dismissed my body instead of honoring it. I overrode its messages with logic and obligation and spiritual pressure. I kept telling myself I should feel differently. Keep going and you will feel differently eventually. Just keep trying harder. And all that did was continue to create more disconnection. So here's something that I want you to hear today. Feeling avoidant, unaffectionate, or shut down does not mean anything is wrong with you. It actually might mean that your nervous system learned that safe or safety lives somewhere else, and it hasn't yet relearned safety at home in your own marriage. Your body does not flip associations overnight. It unwinds them slowly, gently, and with care. Your affair partner may have represented feeling seen, desired, chosen, alive, getting your needs emotionally met, fill in the blank for you. And so your body learned to associate those feelings with that person. That doesn't necessarily mean that you want him back or should go get him back. It does mean that your system is still trying to unpair the old wiring, the old patterns. What actually changed things for me wasn't forcing the desire. It was slowing everything way down. I stopped asking, how do I fix this? How do I fix this now? And I started asking, what's my body asking for? What's it trying to tell me? And that shift led to self-awareness. Guess what? Self-awareness led to self-trust. And self-trust gave me clarity, and clarity gave me my voice back. I reclaimed desire for myself before I ever tried to repair my marriage. And that's important because healing isn't about convincing your body to comply with your mind. It's about bringing your body, your mind, your heart, and your soul back into alignment and agreement together. For some women, this work leads to renewed intimacy in the marriage. For others, it brings clarity about a different path forward. But either way, you have stopped abandoning yourself. You learn how to hear yourself again. And I need to say this is so important. Effort alone will not bring back desire. Obligation will not bring back romance. And friend, pressure does not create safety. Pressure, I'd venture to say, kills intimacy. When someone says you have to feel something or you have to feel a certain way, it removes your autonomy, and your desire cannot grow where your autonomy is missing. Love is a choice, yes, but it's never a command in the name of abandoning yourself. Yes, love is meant to be given freely, but it's not demanded. When you feel stuck emotionally, it's not a sign to push harder. It's an invitation to go inward with yourself and God. When you do this work, when you learn to listen to your body instead of overriding it, something powerful happens. You gain clarity instead of confusion. You gain trust instead of self-doubt. You gain compassion instead of shame. And you gain agency instead of pressure. You learn to hear your inner world so clearly, and you learn to respond instead of react. Friend, can you imagine what it would feel like to create safety inside of yourself? And safety is where desire returns. Healing is not only a mindset shift. It is a whole being restoration. And friend, that is exactly how I have set up our group community to be. We don't just talk mindset, and we don't just talk. We don't just stay in our heads. But I've set it up so that your body can begin experiencing this restoration and reclamation of your life. See, when your body and your mind begin working together again, you stop forcing outcomes and you start walking in wisdom. So ask yourself, what part of me feels guarded, whether in this moment or when you're feeling the pressure? And what part of me learned to associate safety somewhere else? What parts are still attached to someone else, somewhere else? And in the most loving way you can ask this, what part of me needs some compassion and not correction? Friend, bring those parts to God, to love them, not to shame them, but to help them experience Christ's love. Healing comes from listening, from honoring, and from restoring trust with yourself. So this week, ponder this question. When my body pulls away, what is it trying to protect? And what does it need to feel a little bit safer right now? You can journal this, pray through it, or even put a voice note in your phone. And if something comes up that you want to share, that you want support in, maybe you have a question about it, I would love to hear your thoughts all around this topic of creating safety and not forcing desire. If this episode has resonated at all, please know you are not alone. You are not behind. You are not broken in any kind of way. And so if you want support that honors your pace and your body and your faith and your healing, let's chat. Let's chat about the group just to see if it would be the right fit for you. And if you also want an invitation to something that maybe feels like less pressure, I'd love to even send you the recording of the masterclass that we did a few weeks ago. Would love to send that over to you so that you, in your own time and space, can see and experience what that whole being healing is like. Let me pray for you. God, thank you for the way that you designed us, body, heart, mind, and soul. thank you that you never rush us or pressure us or shame us. God, I pray for the woman listening right now who feels confused or guarded or discouraged. Help her to trust herself again. Help her to listen to the wisdom that you and Holy Spirit have placed inside her body. God, surround her with safety and truth and compassion. God, help her to know and believe in her bones that there is nothing broken and nothing wrong with her. She's healing and it's beautiful. And God, I specifically ask that desire would return in the right time through safety and love.